All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
57. Down 80. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Allen on third. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at their own 42. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Smith. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 22, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Ryan. And he finds Tyler Croft. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
3 down.
first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, Delta.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You get
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Complete. Richardson has it. A gain of 37. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsay, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54. Get out! Wait!
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So after the INT, it's Allen. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still...
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Hey, Tuesday.
54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Mike spot 4.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Nelson. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running right, Lindsey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
22 jet bombers. 11.
36.
Go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Alert! 61, match box.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Allen, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hey, high 7.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Allen. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. Caught by Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. In your face.
Hey, Charlie.
Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and the back working in sync.
The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
20, 20.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
59, got it. 25. 54.
Drop deep, drop deep.
51, South. 51. Hey, South.
54 is Mike. Check, walk 54.
Ready to go.
To throw is Ryan. And the catch made by Hilton. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
51, South.
Check 99. Check 99.
This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Looking deep for Hilton. He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
54, South. Wait.
Now it's Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Chargers 14, Buccaneers 6. Austin Seibert set to kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Bucs take over
Here
first
we go.
and 10
Here we go.
at
Here
their
we go.
own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because...
And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another run by Lindsey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 44-yard line.
57 to Mike.
Shoot.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down, and they're going to throw without it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, exit.
Throwing again. Allen. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 27, Ryan, complete to Hilton. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Second down and goal. Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood. 57. Mike, 57.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, check. Got it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And the grab by Croft. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Down. Ready. 280. Check. 39. Ready. 59. Ready. Ready, set.
54. Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Championship, baby. Mike.
30. Got it.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This is taken at the 10. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Complete. Richardson has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All 52.
I got it.
Hey, Zoo. Come on. I got it.
Throwing now is Allen. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is Fournette. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 14 yards there on a Buccaneer 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He gets away from one. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3